Hello! Welcome to Barrel Roll Newscast for April 13th.
Friday the 13th.
The 2012.
Yes.
2012, still for another couple months.
I think it's for another few months, Tony.
Few, same numbers.
No.
It's the same numbers.
No, it's not. Couple means two.
Few.
There's more than 2 months left in
Okay,
this
so
year.
if it's a few, would that mean that's 3?
No. Few can be
3 plus?
Yes, 3 plus.
Okay, so a few more months left.
Yes. More than half the year left,
Yes.
if you're actually wondering.
If
you
Welcome
can't
to
count.
April. Welcome to April.
Yes.
Baby Barrett. My friend just had a baby.
Aww.
I know, I want to like grab it and eat it or something. It's so cute.
I was going to say in the cute fashion, right? Not the...
It's like this big. Yeah.
What have you been playing, Tony?
Xenoblade Chronicles is very cool because I finally picked up a controller after how much money we spent that day.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
We spent, I don't know, lots of money.
There was money being
I
spent.
just pretty much doubled my game pile of games to play. You've seen the little stack of games I still.
Oh, I know.
It's doubled again, so.
But for relatively cheap.
Yeah, for $40 for 4 games, and you paid like 50 for 6 or something. 50 or 60 for 6 games.
I think I paid 50 for 5 games.
Okay.
Yeah, 5.
So, anyways, classic controller.
Have you played it?
Yes, I have played it with the classic controller because you haven't played it with the Wii remote.
No.
And I played it for a little bit with the Wii remote.
Yep.
And I've mixed about it because when you have the Wii remote, now maybe I just haven't figured it out on the classic controller. You lock on, and the camera rotates around the enemy with the Wii remote and nunchuck.
Okay.
And I can't seem to do that on the classic controller.
RT.
RT?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a new controller. It's a new controller for me, so I'm still trying to figure out the buttons on it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll try that later.
They should explain that in the targeting tutorial thing.
They explain it when I have the Wii remote.
Oh, and then you continued on the... Okay, if you go into your options, there's a tutorial.
I'll read it later. And I didn't really want to read the manual because who reads manuals other than on the toilet?
It's a really weird manual.
It's...
Because I did.
It's very complicated.
When I got home that day from buying all those games,
Yes.
I had to go to the can.
Yes.
So I popped out all the manuals from the games that had manuals.
Yes.
And I took...
Do you ever throw your French one out?
I always throw my French one out.
Good. It's a dumb idea.
Well, we have to in Canada. It's by law.
Yeah.
But
you can't throw out the ones in Nintendo games either.
But no, because they're all in one. But yeah, no, that day that we came home with all those games, I'm like, I'm gonna go to the can and take all of these books with me. So I went and I was sitting there and I'm reading the Xenoblade Chronicles one, and I'm like, this is confusing as heck.
If you think that's confusing, the Persona one's even worse. The Persona stuff.
And I now understand why Nintendo's been making these how to play Xenoblade movies.
Yes, there's like 2 or 3 of them.
There's I think 3 of them, and I haven't watched them because the game.
It's easy
once you get into it, it's fine. But
and it only takes about an hour or something, but
yeah,
it still feels like there's still things to do. I don't like how the right analog stick, you can't adjust the control speed. It's very slow. The camera control on the right stick.
No, I don't mind that.
I think it's super slow and maybe that's because I was used to the D-pad one where I couldn't lock on, or I don't know. I just don't like how the camera control. You can't adjust the sensitivity of it.
I don't mind that.
Overall, Monolith. If you wanted to make an MMO, why didn't you just do this game? It's practically an MMO.
Oh, I know.
There's no, short of online.
Yeah.
The worlds are big enough. Those cities are large enough. There's a colorful enough cast of
people.
Yeah, AI stuff. And the combat is practically MMO, auto attack, and then you select your skills.
Yep.
And it's all facing based. There's no reason why it shouldn't be an MMO, in my opinion.
Well.
Have you switched yours back? Have you switched yours over to Japanese?
No.
Voiceovers? It works much better. The lip syncing is not as prevalent.
Yeah, but then I have to read subtitles.
I don't mind that.
See, and
I don't mind reading subtitles because that's how I always play Metal Gear games.
See, and I can't, especially with games because there's so much action going on. That's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I could not watch that movie because stuff was going on and I'm supposed to be reading, and I'm like... That's not the only problem with that movie, though. No, it's not. But like everybody's like, this film is so great, and I'm like, I cannot watch this. My neck is starting
I
by
don't
watching
have
this
a problem because I could understand it, but...
yeah.
I don't know, the I like it in Japanese. It makes it feel like a real JRPG rather than the weird like British accents that are in the game.
See, I don't mind the British accents.
They're cool, but that I don't know, the whole immersion of the lips that don't match up with the voices.
And I get used to that.
I can't.
I fall into it.
Metal Gear is pretty notorious for having really good lip syncing, and then like periodically just doesn't have lip syncing
At all, yeah.
That's just how those games were.
That's how they go.
4 is not so bad. Anyways, Xenoblade Chronicles, I really like it. The jumping, is there any reason for it in the game?
No.
Because you jump and then you can still do that weird like control. You controlled your jump angle even though the animations are only going the one direction.
Yeah, the jumping's weird.
And really not necessary because it doesn't really even go that high.
I have used it to great effect. Like there's some of those fences you can jump.
Yeah.
So I've jumped fences to jump down into the giant lake that's by the first little city by Colony 9 that you're in.
Oh, you see, there's pathways and downwards.
Oh, I know.
And then there's breaks in the fence where you can just walk right through.
I know, but when you're at the top, I just hop right over the fence and I'm falling into the lake. But, and then there's a couple instances now because if you actually were at the last level I was in, was this like kind of giant crater type thing. And you could actually fall off the edge.
Oh.
And die.
Oh.
So
to abyss.
My guy was like no, you didn't die into abyss, you actually hit the floor and lost all your HP.
Oh, right, fall damage.
And then,
gotcha, yeah.
But so then all of a sudden I'm like going towards the edge because that's kind of where my attack led me. And I'm like, oh my. So I start hitting the jump button just as like a reflex, and that's how he actually ended up getting back up from this little weird
so
thing.
like some weird like game mechanic.
So so it's kind of, I've used jump a few times, and there's like little ledges that you could run all the way around.
You can make shortcut.
Or you can just kind of hop, and I've done that before. But otherwise, the jumping's completely, I think it's just there to make you feel better.
Again, I feel like they're doing an MMO at one point in time,
and then
stopped because they realized they couldn't do an MMO on a Wii.
Wasn't this game for the Wii?
Oh. Like 60% of the way through, like fuck. All this art assets done.
Yeah.
All like we're recording voiceovers.
We'll just use it in the game.
Shit. I think the game would also benefit if you had made your own character. I don't feel a connection to Rain or whatever the guy's name is right now.
Shulk.
Shulk? Is that his name? Shulk. Rain, I think something else. I don't feel like a strong...
Rain's the muscle.
Okay.
Shulk's the little scientist dude.
Yep.
And Fiora is the girl.
And how's her English? I haven't seen,
Not bad. It actually reminded me of one of the characters from Skies of Arcadia.
Okay.
Except it wasn't her.
Oh, yeah. Obviously her. I really like the Japanese. The Japanese really fits, because it feels like those old animes that I used to watch as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just really well done, I think. So
that's good.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that. Picked up 2 games from the Virtual Console.
Look at you Wiiing.
I know, my Wii is so happy. Mario RPG for the Super NES, and Paper Mario.
Both great RPGs.
I had a problem with Mario RPG initially.
Why?
Because I've rehooked up my component cables for my Wii to play it, and to be honest, I don't really see a difference. I don't see my game looking at it, but so for some reason the Super NES emulation stuff does not support the component cables. So I turned it on, and it was black screen. I'm like, I hear the sound effects of the game,
but I cannot.
And I can't see it. So there's like some like convoluted like button presses in the Wii menu that A, they don't tell you about, and B, give you no confirmation that you've successfully inputted them. So I'm like, here, and it took me like 30 minutes to figure out what I had to press because I Googled it.
Yep.
And then it ended up working.
Well, that's good.
Have you downloaded any Super NES games for your Wii?
I'm trying to think now.
Because it has a really nice feature of not having to save.
I think I have some.
You don't have to save. You don't have to like it when you quit your game.
Yeah.
It save states.
I knew that because there's something.
I did not know that.
I have a bunch of stuff on my Wii. I just haven't played any of my Virtual Console games in a while.
The N64 games don't do that. You still have to save it, however the game tracks your save.
Right.
For the N64 versions of the because I've been playing Paper Mario a little bit too. I've never actually played Paper Mario,
Oh yes.
so I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Is there any mechanic like in the Super Mario RPG where you do more damage when you hold the button?
Yep.
I can't figure it out.
It's a timed button press, and I think you have to unlock it. It'll
It's
unlock
not.
itself.
It's not like RPG where it's just right there.
Right there up that note. I think you have to, eventually it'll pop up going like, guess what you can do now? Or it's part of like a, do you have badges yet in that game?
Yes, I do have badges.
I think it's one of those.
Oh, that's annoying.
Or something like that.
That's troublesome.
It's been a long time since I've played,
I've never played it.
but
It's one of those games that I've
I
never...
believe that's how it goes.
Okay. Because I played Super Mario RPG, and I got through about halfway of that game, and I think I ran into a part where with the version of my game, I couldn't play it because it was broken.
Mm.
The one I found.
Ah,
And
I actually have the cartridge for that.
I don't have a Super Nintendo.
I do. I don't have a normal Nintendo.
I've just been doing that. I don't know if I want to play any new games right now, but I know I need to. Resistance 3 is calling me, but I don't really want to put it in to finish it because I know I only have like 3 hours left of it or so, like a third of it left.
Yeah. Well, you might as well finish it then.
Well, because I was reorganizing my game shelf to make room for all these games of mine now.
Yep.
And I do have room for it once I, whittle that stack down more. I was looking at Metroid Other M, and I'm really surprised that has no classic controller support. I'm very surprised.
It can't, just the way that some of the first-person shooter stuff works.
Yeah, but you could just, and then grab it and do it.
That would be a lot of work.
But you could remap all your controls onto the D-pad.
You could,
on the control pad, and then just leave that one really dumb little pixel hunt thing.
And missile shooting,
And missile shooting, I apologize.
Jeez.
Thank you, Team Ninja, for really weirdly breaking up that game.
It was Team Ninja and Nintendo. You can tell the parts that are Team Ninja and the parts that are Nintendo.
Okay.
The Team Ninja ones are the brutal attacks and awesome. The rest of it's Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
So whenever she does something that looks really cool, you obviously know that it has to be Team Ninja.
Well, I don't know how much you want to trust Team Ninja now.
I don't know,
Ninja
because apparently
Gaiden 3.
Ninja Gaiden 3 is...
It's not exactly awesome. It's not quite there.
I don't know.
It's like the Devil May Cry 2 of the series.
I haven't played it, so...
Devil May Cry 2 is not a good game. If you ever get the HD collection, you can pretty much pass it over.
I'll probably just pass them over anyways. I've got 4 now.
Oh yeah. Have you... Speaking of that, have you been playing anything?
Xenoblade
Yes.
has been my major...
It's in there.
Yeah.
It's doing its thing.
And it's so long.
I expect that game to be around 40 hours minimum.
And it just does not, like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get to this part and I'm gonna stop.
I'm
gonna get to this part.
The save system's really nice in it.
Yeah,
I
save system's
really like the save system. You just do anywhere.
Yep, save wherever you want to. It saves before anything kind of big happens already for you, or right after
And
something big
I
happens.
did the stupid thing and I should have remembered when you told me this. Trying to fight named characters, monsters.
Right.
Level 5. Oh man, I can take him on. I'm
Right.
level 6. I'm 2 level 6. I should be able to. What the shit is going on?
See, and that's my thing too, because I was sitting there going, that the first time I faced a named monster, I'm like, oh, he's only level 6, so yes, he's named, and they say he's more powerful, but he should be, on average, maybe level 8, right? If thinking logically, that is the way a person thinks. So you go, okay, I have 2 level 6s against a level 8, we should be able to handle this.
Well, when the first one I found was a level 5 something, and I had 2 level 6 people with me, me and Fiora, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I should be able to roll her, or whatever this thing is.
Yep.
Fiora dies in like 3 hits. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, same thing. But that's what I mean. Like, you see a level, 5
It does. There's no
named character with the special symbols on the side,
Mhm.
which obviously means she's that character's of a higher level,
monster or whatever.
a higher level monster. But you don't think it's going to be like, okay, it's level 5, so it's level, 100, because as soon as you get into that battle, it's like, wham! Why am I down to almost half health?
Where's all my AI teammates?
Yeah.
They're all dead. Oh.
And it's
They
just
grabbed
like,
aggro for you when you were trying to backstab them. Oh.
Yeah. So it's just like, I did go back later and kill that thing though.
Oh, that's good. Harder or easier? Or challenge?
Just I had a different character.
Do the levels balance? Like if I go back to the starting stuff,
I don't know.
or
Because
I guess you can't go back. There's some like story sequences that allow you not to go back. You can't go back to do some stuff.
I can go back right now,
But I was reading, they're giving the quest stuff, and it's like, yeah, if you go past this part of the story, some quests might not be there anymore.
Quests will go away, but you
Okay,
can go back to the old map. Like, you can
Okay.
go back to towns and stuff. And
Okay.
that quick travel thing, like, if you go into your map, you
Don't
can
have
get...
that yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't have Colony 9.
Yeah, I know, but like, so Colony 9, anywhere that there's those little pinpoints
Yep.
on the map, you can fast travel to all those.
Oh, that's what those are, okay.
And then, once you leave Colony 9, you get different map sections,
Mhm.
and you can literally go from like, I'm on like the hip of the giant creature that we live on,
So weird.
and I can go from there and fast travel straight back to like Colony 9.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and you're back. So I'm like, because that's the only place I can forge gems right now is back at Colony 9. So
Mhm.
I have to go like fast travel, and I have a lot of gems.
I guess you pick up a lot of. Is there a limit?
Yes, I finally reached it with items, because I wasn't, you know how you pick up,
Those blue things.
well, not the
And
blue
chests
things,
and chests.
because the blue things are collectibles,
Okay.
and you can add those to your little collection
Yeah.
list thing, and if you fill up those, you get items.
Mhm.
With the stuff you just get off monsters, like a person's horn or this or that, if
Mhm.
it's not involved in a quest,
Mhm.
I didn't know if I could sell it or if I could use it later
Yeah.
to forge stuff, like I
Or-
didn't know.
Or if it's something you need for later quests that you don't have.
You find that out later. There's a system that lets you know if you pick something up if it'll be used in a quest.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't get rid of it. So I'm sitting there going like, do I sell this stuff? So finally last night my inventory filled up finally. And then I went and I'm like, well, you know what? Screw it, I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna go sell it. If I need the stuff,
I'll just go farm it later.
I'll just farm it. Yeah, I'll have to farm it back later. So I went and sold everything. I have more money than I know what to do with now, because
I'm just starting the game and I feel like I still have a lot of money right now.
I thought I had a lot of money, and then I started selling all this stuff, and I'm like, okay.
It seems this game Xenoblade seems very overwhelming.
It can be, but it's so simplistic at other times.
Yeah.
I played about 5 seconds of Samurai Showdown for the Xbox 360.
Did you literally play about 5 seconds, or was it like one fight?
I played one fight, so 2 rounds.
And then you extrapolated?
It's horrible, 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 horrible.
We could totally do that for like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, we'll have like a quick little bottom of the barrel. And the only thing that would make that exciting is it would be 2 people fighting each other, not knowing what the heck they were doing. Although the AI computer that I was fighting didn't look like he was doing much better than I was. And I'm sitting there like...
Mashing it?
Yeah. Well, because you can't jump and attack.
That's so dumb.
Like, so my character jumps, lands, slashes, and it's like...
Those games were so
And the Samurai Showdown on, like,
Those classic
Neo Geo.
Those were like iconic.
And like the anime look to them, like
Yeah.
it was gorgeous, right? It was like all those games.
How does the
back then.
game visually look though?
Horrible.
Really?
Horrible.
That sucks.
The menus are beautiful.
Oh.
Because all that anime art's in the menus. And then you get into the fighting, and it's like 3D modeled characters that look absolutely atrocious. And then, like, you have fatalities in the game. They're brutalities. They're brutal kills or something stupid like that.
kills.
So wherever body parts you kind of hit on that last hit, like, it dismembers.
Oh.
So I ended up chopping off the guy's head in round 2. And it's the dumbest looking thing. Like, you know the fatalities in Mortal Kombat, how good they look?
Yes.
These look nothing like that. This
So they
game
look like
looks
the old Mortal Kombat fatalities.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, this looks like it could have been on the Xbox.
PlayStation 1.
I'd give it PS2.
Okay. Early PS2.
Yeah.
Era.
So,
That's depressing.
holy jeez. And then on my mobile, I've been playing my little baseball 2012 game.
Which no one should ever play.
I'm enjoying it. And
You
the
say
control-
that with so much like
Well, there's parts.
conviction in your voice.
I wish you could just buy the game minus the microtransactions.
Because it's all free now, isn't it? Or no,
Well,
not all free, but like the game is free.
The game is free, and then there's parts of the game that involve in-game money. And the old game, you used to have to work a part-time job while training as a baseball player. Like, you'd have to,
Mhm.
you'd have to make sure your stamina stayed up.
Yeah.
Because you had to play a baseball game, train for the baseball game, work part-time if you wanted money, go on dates, all this other stuff.
Mhm.
Crazy amounts of stuff. And then this game, there's no dates yet. Like, you can meet with people.
Yeah.
But you can work a part-time job to get money, to get equipment, But then there's other stuff that you can buy using G points, which are real money.
It's so convoluted.
And I'm like...
Waste of time.
And so I sit there going like, the game's good, but I would like to just be able to buy all these things with in-game money. And I'd literally pay them $5 for this game if I could just
do that.
Not have microtransactions. So they'd actually make money off of me if there was no microtransactions. The fact that there's microtransactions means I'm not paying anything for this game.
I don't think, even to date, I don't think I've done any microtransaction games. Like, I don't think I've paid for microtransactions, especially on my phone. Oh, that's a lie. I bought one track pack for Rock Band for my phone. And that was because it was like $1 for 3 songs or something like that.
See, and the only thing, because you could buy more moves in Triple Town. Or you could buy unlimited moves. So I'm just like, I will buy unlimited moves for $2.
The Sims is a lot like that too, isn't it?
No, The Sims is you can
have to pay real money for simoleons or something?
Yes, you can pay real money for simoleons or lifestyle points, which allow you to skip ahead on stuff.
Okay.
So again, but that's a game where once you've gotten the slave mechanic down, you have a lot of money to do whatever you want with. So.
No. Anything else?
No, that's kind of it. It's pretty much been baseball and Xenoblade. So when I'm not at my Wii, I am playing. I'm like if I'm on my bed playing something, I'm playing Xenoblade.
We need a new handheld mobile game, not a mobile game, but like a new
Vita
3DS. You want a more Ridge Racer?
No, I'm good. Maybe Kid Icarus.
Oh yeah,
at the end of this month, maybe Kid Icarus.
I'm still really upset that Silent Hill HD is so poor.
I know. See, and I got Diablo 3 coming out on the 15th.
Oh, is that? Oh yeah, that's probably forgot about that.
2 days.
Oh shit! Yeah. That's really soon.
So I've got that. I've got the Dead Rising game that I just bought, Dead Rising 2.
Off the record. We should try that sometime. Yeah. Multiplayer that shit.
Well, and I was reading, and it's the alternate universe.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's not even the real one.
I know, which I'm fine with because I like Frank West, and I was like, when they announced Dead Rising 2, and they're like, yeah, Frank West isn't in it, and I'm like, what's the point then?
And then they tried to sell you the DLC for Frank West.
Yes, and then there was, the K0 or whatever with Frank West, and it's like, why don't you just give me Frank West? And then they did.
And then, I think this is... Keep in mind, we bought it for like, what, $5-10? 15 maybe. Wait, $40 of 75%.
I don't know what it was anymore.
No, 60% off of $40.
Is that what it was?
Yes. So we would have paid...
You're trying
just under $20.
Yeah, I think we paid 16 or something for that one.
Yep.
And then I got Sin and Punishment.
Which I refuse to play, only on the grounds that I don't like.
You don't like those games.
I don't like bullet hell games or wait. Is it classic controller?
I didn't honestly look.
Okay, I don't really. That again doesn't really.
It did not come with a Nintendo Club point thing, by the way.
Oh, that's
disappointed.
Because my Metroid did.
Yeah.
I have a small stack of things now.
Waiting to get plugged in June.
When is that? Is that in June when they reset our things?
I don't know. Go check it. It says right on the site. So. That's all I've been playing.
Oh, that's not really a news thing, but in Japan, if you purchased Xenoblade Chronicles, Pandora's Tower, and The Last Story, and you register all 3 games, you get coins, like actual gold coins from Club Nintendo. So please bring over the other one, Pandora's Tower.
I have to email them anyways because my Xenoblade one did not work. So.
Oh no.
I tried it last night and it did not. It's like, this has already been entered, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did not do this.
Oh, did you Google it?
No.
See if everyone has that problem?
No, so I'll see.
Nintendo's really good at getting back to you anyways.
No, I know, so I'm not really worried. It's just, I don't have time right now with finals coming up and papers having to be written. Please. And going to see a wicked movie last night.
Well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to the bottom of the stories.
Yeah.
That's literally a story in and of itself.
It really is. So, anyways, we good?
We'll get into it right now. News in your face. So, you wanna go?
Sure. Shall we start with Capcom? We'll just Capcom our way down.
Yeah, we'll start with Capcom. There's a lot of Capcom things.
There's a lot of.
You want to start with the high notes first?
No. We'll start low.
We'll start low. Let's go work our way up.
Capcom still can't spell.
The right-click spell check.
That spell check thing just keeps eluding. Well,
maybe they don't have spell check in Japan.
They do, because the word they spelled was a good word. It's a real word.
It's a real word?
It's a real word. they were trying to say something about mercenaries on this ad that is now on the internet. It was on GameFAQs.com.
Probably pulled by now.
I'm assuming pulled. Either way, it said something about mercenaries.
Yes.
But the actual word was like merchandisers or something like that. So obviously something happened.
There's microtransactions. They want you to pay a lot of money for Resident Evil 6 whenever it comes out.
Ugh. Once they start hitting mainstream games, I'm not going to be a happy person.
Wait, what do you mean by mainstream games?
Like bigger like AAA titles, microtransactions within them. Rock Band, I'm okay with.
Well, Rock Band and those music games kind of have their own.
They need that.
Yeah.
But like, it's like in the hockey games where they're like, you can unlock this by doing these impossible feats in the game, or you can just give us
$60,000
or you can just give us 200 Microsoft points.
Yeah, here's $5.
And I'm like, this does not belong in my it belongs on these.
Yeah, or even like the handheld like Vita and 3DS games. That's fine.
And on Facebook.
Yeah, well, Facebook's its own little thing.
See, and microtransactions, honestly, like the baseball game is free.
Yeah.
Microtransactions within it,
Yeah.
I'm fine with because the game is free.
The majority of the game is free.
Right.
Yep.
So, but the games that I'm paying $60 for should not have microtransactions.
Yeah.
Either way, Capcom still can't spell.
Merchandising.
Even after they went through that whole
2 or 3 games, right?
It was 3 spelling mistakes where one of them was their own name that they spelled wrong.
Yep.
And then the president came out and he's like, we are working on this. We're not going to have any more spelling mistakes
and then
ever.
This happens.
Bam.
They don't know how to. Do they have no copy editors?
I don't know what they.
There must be something wrong.
This is after a new checks and balances system. Like this has to go through like 5 desks to get out there now, and they're still spelling stuff wrong. I don't know how they pull it off. Either way.
Yes. Capcom also likes. Speaking of trying to charge people way too much money, in Capcom other related things.
Especially in Resident Evil 6.
If you live in Japan, you can purchase Resident Evil 6 for $60, just the game.
Yes.
Or you can purchase the premium edition, it has the game.
Yeah.
Your disc. It has tablet covers for, and they don't really specify which tablet it covers. It could be like an Android one, but you get 4
for your Wii U.
For your Wii U covers, you get 4 of them for each individual character, and a leather jacket from modeled after the one that Leon Kennedy wears in Resident Evil 6, not 4.
Okay, now.
How much are you willing to pay for this great package?
Okay, I'm gonna say if it's a nice knockoff jacket, I'll give them $150 for the jacket.
150 jacket. This is
those covers.
Now we're doing prices right here. So
yes, I know. So
$150.
Yeah. So those covers.
We'll say they're about like $20 each.
Woof.
They're very nice covers because they're individualized.
I was gonna put $20 for all 4 of them.
Oh, see, this is Capcom.
Well, I know, but this is like me speaking like in general terms of how much stuff actually costs people to do.
Okay, so maybe like $5 each, I think.
Sure,
so
$5.
$5
each. So
yeah.
we're at what?
Because
we're at $170.
Yes.
Plus a $60 game.
Plus, leather jackets.
The leather jacket I put at $150.
Yes. So.
$150 plus 20 is $170.
So
plus
around
another 60. So $230 or $230.
So maybe $250 something.
Sure,
like
$250. We'll go with $250 because there's probably it comes in a nice box.
Yes, it comes in a big box.
Yeah.
No.
And even then, I'll go to $300, Tony.
$300?
Yeah.
You know.
Not that I would ever buy it, but that is what I would
cannot purchase this premium edition for $300.
Oh man, should I keep going with?
You should keep going higher.
Okay.
I will stop you.
I'm gonna go to the extreme here, and say $500.
No.
600?
No.
1,000?
No. You can purchase 2 PlayStation 3s now.
Yeah, so yeah.
With this
I've bought 2 consoles so far.
You can get a really nice PC.
Or 2 R2D2 Xbox.
Yes. No.
Okay.
No. Would you like me to tell you?
Sure, Tony, because I don't think that I could possibly guess this number.
$1,300 when you convert it from the yen. Of how much it costs. This premium edition costs $1,300.
Do you get to watch them kill and skin the cow?
I think that's you need to pay them for the Blu-ray disc for that. Your cow is individually numbered as they murder it. Bessie's number 40.
Except it's not going to be a real cow.
For the benefit of the doubt, I would like to think it is the leather jacket. Even if it is,
right?
It's not even the cool one from Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, the one with
the fur thing.
Yeah, the lining.
That's the cool one.
Yeah.
And
was it fur or sheepskin? I
don't know. It's fluffy.
I think it was sheepskin. Yeah, I think it was sheepskin.
It's fluffy. It's really. It's probably very warm.
It looked very nice.
It was very cold.
I have hoodies like that.
When he was fighting those Ganados, it was very cold.
I know. I have hoodies like that.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
And it doesn't even come in a special case or anything.
Especially since you're literally getting the game in a jacket.
Yeah, the tablet covers I have no interest in.
You could get the Barrel Roll New Special Edition of Resident Evil 6, where we'll send you a jacket.
We'll find a jacket and we'll print on it Resident Evil 6.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna go that far.
And we're gonna spell it wrong.
Yeah.
It'll be
R6E.
It'll be the authentic Capcom experience.
So you'll have the game and a coat and
tablet covers.
And we'll send you some stickers.
I'll peel some of these off.
Yeah. So and we're only going to charge you $400. So
take it or leave it.
Yeah. Our profit's going to be huge.
We're winning.
Value Village has a lot of coats.
We can find a lot of stickers on anything.
Yeah.
I have extra Get Glue stickers.
Either way, that's what I was thinking. Either way, that's a lot of money.
Now, there is another version that's just like a regular special edition where you get one tablet cover with the game. But
a tablet cover for what?
Why is there a tablet cover for the, is it for my iPad that I just put it, I don't like Resident Evil enough to want to have
See,
a cover
that's my
on
thing,
it.
why wouldn't they do a console cover or a controller type cover?
Or a controller.
Or, yeah.
Remember the awesome chainsaw controller for your GameCube? Yeah. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
They should do that again.
Put something like that in it. I don't know.
To
me, that's
there is no $1,300. I could get a new car. Not a new car, but I could get a car.
Yeah.
For that.
I mean, it would only run for 4 months, but you could get yourself a car.
It would work.
It would last longer than the coat.
It would last longer than the game. Let's be honest, it's not going to be that long of a game.
No, it's going to be a short game.
20 hours.
It's going to be a short game that's just going to disappoint countless people.
Well, I think it'll be an alright game. It's not...
Yeah, but look at Resident Evil 5. It was a good game, but it disappointed a lot of people. Because it was not Resident Evil.
Well, they are going back to 6. They're going back to Raccoon City-ish.
Yeah, but that's
actual zombies.
I know.
Which is...
See?
Gets me interested.
And the fact that the 3DS game was so cool with the way it... the confined spaces and everything.
It was a homage to the old games.
Yeah, but they need to get back to that. Like, you're in a cramped space and stuff pops out at you.
Now we'll go into the trailer stuff in a second here, but a lot of it seemed like it was back into the whole confined space.
Which is good, because I haven't seen the trailer yet, so.
It kind of is, but it really isn't at the same time.
Either way, your jacket's going to last about 2 months longer than the
Unless
game.
you need to shrink wrap it when you get it.
Yeah.
Keep
it. It's a collector's item.
Yeah, don't open your game. Remember that? When people would buy collector's editions and never open them?
That's useless to me.
Yeah.
There's cool things inside those. My little Fallout bobblehead, man.
I can't remember. There's only one game I was dumb enough to do that with.
What, keep it in the...
Yeah.
Don't you have 2 copies of it, though?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, see? I don't know what game it is, but I know you have 2 copies of it.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
That's the one.
There's a reason why I have that one.
More stuff from
Capcom.
We'll go with this one.
Okay.
Project X Zone.
It's more of a joint project.
This is a joint project. It's the joint project we talked about
a couple months ago. This is joint super project.
Namco Bandai, Sega, and Capcom are doing an RPG
with their
featuring all of their bestest characters.
It's like a Smash Brothers. Not Smash Brothers fighting game, but...
Think of it more, I'm thinking of it more as a Kingdom Hearts type thing.
Oh yeah, that's good. And it is on the 3DS, keep in mind. It is not like a big name, it's a big name game, but not...
Either way, Sega and Namco Bandai are pretty much putting in semi-known characters, not really well-known people.
I think the Sega stuff is the most unknown, I think.
I think so.
I mean, they're not putting Sonic in.
No, which kind of
weird.
Boggles my mind. But at the same time, Capcom though...
We're getting Mega Man again.
You're getting X and Zero. You're getting Ken and Ryu.
We're getting Dante.
You're getting Dante, you're getting Jill, you're getting Chris, you're getting someone else that goes with Dante. You're getting a lot of people.
I think the only person on the second list I recognize is the chick from Space Channel 5. Who, something.
See, and that's...
Ula or something,
I don't know, and then I forgot, I was looking at the list and I'm like, none of the people on the other two people's list.
Well,
there's Tales of Vesperia, two of the characters from
yes,
Tales
I
of
remember
Vesperia are from Namco Bandai.
I think there's a lot of Tekken characters too coming in.
They haven't announced any.
Yes, yeah, Jin's in there. Jin,
Is he?
Yeah, Jin or Kazuya, one of those two.
Not the list I saw, so.
There were pictures on the list I saw.
I just saw a list. From the
But
head guy.
You can probably expect Tekken characters if it's a Namco game.
Obviously, so.
And maybe
especially
maybe Pac-Man.
Especially if you have Ken and Ryu in there already too. Yeah. So, I don't know. So, that's all we know.
Project X. Something.
Project X Zone.
Still, it's an RPG where you mix and match your
people.
This reminds me of Shonen All-Star Super, some Japanese DS game that came out. It was the Smash. It was the one game that everyone wanted Smash Brothers to be on the DS, except they put in like Dragon Ball Z characters, Bleach characters, Naruto, and something else, and they just put them all into this fighting game, and they fought. And that turned out really good. Although they couldn't sell it over here, only because the licensing issue because of Viz Media and the fact that no one really wanted it here. That was not like a Naruto, pretty much. I played a couple minutes of it. It was really a neat game, but one of those crossover games are just hit and miss sometimes.
Well, there's not even word if this game is going to hit North American shores yet. So.
That doesn't surprise me if it doesn't. It would not surprise me if it doesn't.
So right now, because it's only scheduled for a Japanese release at this point in time. So.
Well, if they get enough interest in it anyways, like at E3 and Tokyo Game Show.
Well, that's my other thing too, is I'm sitting there going, you're throwing Mega Man in a game, and obviously Mega Man hasn't been in a lot.
They're putting, hey, what are you talking about? Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
Yeah, no.
That's Mega Man.
That is not Mega Man.
Yeah,
so,
it totally is. The first Mega Man ever.
So that's what I mean, like all of a sudden you have X and Zero in a game together for since the longest time. You're putting Dante in, you're putting Jill in, you're putting like you got your Resident Evil people going in.
Yeah.
So maybe you might get enough.
Tekken stuff and I don't know,
you might get enough North American interest.
Depends, yeah.
So.
And it really depends on what the game is. If it's an RPG, it's gonna be a tough sell.
I don't know why it's a tough sell. RPGs are amazing, guys.
Hey, I would like to see how many people bought Xenoblade.
I looked. There's no numbers yet.
That doesn't surprise me.
But because usually the numbers come out every couple weeks, so
yeah,
we'll probably get numbers this weekend that we can talk about next week. So
yeah.
Because I looked, because I'm like, I want to see how Xenoblade is selling. Apparently, it's #1 game on the Wii, #1 game out this week, and number 18 on some website right now. Like overall for the year or something like that. So, not bad.
Yeah.
Considering it's
the limited release.
A limited release on the Wii.
Yeah.
That's not a casual game.
Yeah.
And
not just something you can just jump in and play.
Yeah, and again a JRPG.
Which is super niche already.
Which is
and not really done well anymore. So.
This one is though. So. Either way. Anyways.
Capcom stuff.
Or Capcom.
Last Capcom thing, I think.
Yes.
Earlier this week they had Capcom's Captivate event, annual thing where they show off Capcom related video games. New trailer for Devil May Cry.
Yep.
Stop yelling, guys. I like it. Resident Evil 6 trailer, which finally shows off who that mysterious bald character is. And you're upset. I really don't care.
I'm not upset. I'm just.
I really don't fucking care who it is. For those who see the trailer, Wesker had a kid. It's Wesker Jr. You guys.
See that me that's just a piss off.
It is
It's a piss off because Capcom was like, okay, Wesker is done.
Yeah,
they're no longer going to touch on Wesker.
No, they did say that. It's definitely not Wesker.
It's not Wesker, so they're not going back on their word. They're just being really cheeky about it.
So who knows? We'll see what it is really.
Yeah.
The release date for Resident Evil 6 got bumped up from October, September to November.
Yeah.
From November to October.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing that sooner than expected. You can get your jacket earlier.
Yes.
And another game that kind of came out of nowhere, Lost Planet 3, which I'm honestly surprised this is actually coming out. seeing as how Lost Planet 1 and 2 didn't really sell that well.
I had Lost Planet 1.
It's a unique game initially, but
it's unique and not fun.
It's just, well, 2 I think they fixed.
2 I think they fixed.
They fixed
but
a few
I was
things.
Not willing to shell money out after the first game.
And it still wasn't that much of a difference.
No, people I don't think bought 2 just because of
the negative stigma.
The big fans from 1, like the people that absolutely loved it, got 2.
Yep.
And that was it.
I think so.
2 didn't gather any new people for that game.
And that's why this completely surprises me.
Me too.
Now the trailer for Lost Planet 3 shows a completely different game.
Oh, does it?
It's still like, you know, mechs in the snow, and stuff like that. It looks like it's a far more single player focused game now. If you remember the first couple bits of Dead Space, that's the feeling that it's evoking when I'm watching it. The guy's like running through the corridors and he's all, you know, scared of the aliens. He's running out of ammo, and it looks like they're making a survival horror game now with Lost Planet 3.
And
but
I bet you that's the only. I bet you at the end of that corridor is a giant mech, and that's all that happens.
In the trailer?
Well, no, but like I bet like in the actual game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still on that weird on a weird snow planet, which.
Yeah, but the second one there was jungles and all that other stuff.
I still think they should take my idea for Lost Planet and just go in a desert. It makes sense. It's another like extreme, you know, condition, whatever. You know, you gotta fight the sand and stuff like that.
I don't know. Those games do not interest me.
It doesn't really interest me. I just want to see what they're doing because it's no longer Capcom developing it. They're taking another company and doing it.
Well, maybe they'll fix it then.
Fix it, do something with it. Other Capcom news that just minor little things. Updates to Street Fighter Cross Tekken on the Vita.
Yep.
If you buy it on the Vita, the bonus characters that you get on the Vita will be unlocked for your PS3 version. So if you own the PS3 version and the Vita version, you get the bonus characters for free.
Yep.
And so you ask yourself, why would you just buy that? Why would you buy the Vita version when you already had the PlayStation version? Well, the Vita version can now play with the PlayStation 3 version. Like over the internet.
There you go.
So, you know, cross compatibility again. So that's really neat. It doesn't really sell me because I don't know. The game doesn't interest me as much as Marvel 3 does.
Yeah.
But that's a neat bonus feature if you guys, for the fans out there. And I know they're really patching a lot of stuff, with a lot of balancing issues right now, just because of the wild nature of the combinations.
Yeah.
I think it's like another 14 characters that you just unlock. Something really ridiculous. And it's dumb because the one character I want to play as Sakura is not in the initial batch. I'm like, that's dumb, you guys.
Oh, I can catch that on it.
That's it. There's a lot of just Capcom's annual little thing here before E3, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true.
So they don't have to, you know, focus anything big on E3.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's it for Capcom stuff.
Yay!
Yeah, Capcom! Completely dominating the first like half hour of our thing.
Yep. And now to EA.
Real stuff. Sorry.
Electronic Arts Origin function thingy store.
Origins. Call Origins.
Origins.
The first one.
Either ways.
What's up with Origins?
It leaked a game.
What did it leak?
Crysis 3.
Oh dear. Why do I care?
We don't.
Okay.
Other than the fact that it popped up, and I think it was the PC version and the Xbox version.
Oh.
Special editions, $49.99.
Oh, they're just gonna do it that route, aren't they?
So.
They're just gonna do the Battlefield thing.
I have no idea what the heck it is, but either way.
The first screenshot. Have you seen the screenshot of it?
No.
It shows the dude with the nanotech suit.
Yep.
With a bow and arrow, playing all Predator. Because he's like half cloaked in, and he's got a bow and arrow.
Because that makes total sense.
I don't know. They're saying they're still. The story is that they're going back into New York City.
Yes.
And.
Because they don't want to redo a whole new thing. They'll just use the same ones from Crysis 2.
They're just going to use the same textures. But they're fixing. Well, not fixing, but they're responding to fans' requests from the second one where it was linear, blah, 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 blah.
It's a first-person shooter.
Crysis 1 was way, way more open world, though.
Was it more like Far Cry-ish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that's what people love, because you can just do anything. They're going back to that. They're going to be open world New York City.
Oh.
So, Wherever that goes, it's going to be neat, I think.
Yeah.
Just because there's a lot of potential in that. Running across walls and stuff like that. Doing whatever you want.
Either way, it's been leaked, so now Crysis 3 is coming out, everybody.
It's a thing. It's a game. Look for it at E3.
Yep.
It'll probably be in the
Guarantee
Microsoft.
it'll be there.
It'll probably be in the Microsoft press conference because Sony won't do it.
No.
That does not seem like the Sony thing to do.
It's not a first person. It's a first person shooter. Of course, it goes over to Microsoft.
Yep. It's going to be Call of Duty-ized.
Oh wait, no, it has Kinect support.
Oh God, no.
Speaking of Kinect support.
Kinect support. There was a game that was hacked earlier in this year with Kinect support, and it's Skyrim. Bethesda has now come out and said, guys, why are you doing that? We are putting Kinect support in our Xbox version of Skyrim. So now instead of pressing the button for dragon shouts, you can just shout at your Xbox.
Shout at your Xbox. It also controls the menu screens and saves and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so. It controls some of the other minor stuff, but
why is this a thing though?
You know what? Honestly, because again, it
doesn't need to be a thing.
It doesn't need to be, but at the same time, it's not changing the game in any way, shape, or form.
Can you play any of those custom mods on the Xbox yet, or the PS3?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I would really love to have the space orb from Portal 2 in Kinect in my Skyrim on PS3.
I don't know how that works, but I don't know. Like Kinect to me, and especially I enjoyed it in Mass Effect 3.
It needs to be done very subtly, is what it is.
Well, that's what this one will be. It'll literally be like
Dosfada on your screen, and your dude will do it.
Yeah, and open menu, and opens the menu, and
pause.
Yeah, pause. Game pause. Pause game. Because pressing that start button's really hard, you know.
Yes, extra button press.
I know. See, and I don't know how. Again, I don't know how Skyrim really works with the shouts.
I think
there's more than one shout.
Oh, are they gonna get people to memorize those?
So if I can actually sit there and hopefully you don't have to memorize the words, but if you can just start going, shout 1, shout 2.
No, you need to get in your game though.
Those
Frada, I don't know.
I'd be happy if that option were there.
Because it's good. I feel there's a lot of potential.
There's some immersion in there, but for me it would be shout 1, shout 2, because I'm not memorizing randomly made up words unless I really, really care about the series. Considering neither one of us owns the game, we really don't.
I eventually will, just not right now.
Soon.
Maybe soon. We don't know. The retail
Skyrim's on sale,
all the time.
Which only starts suggesting that they're trying to get rid of the old ones before the Game of the Year editions come in. So
with Kinect support,
you might finally get a Skyrim review from our website. So. That's that.
Is this?
I've got one thing left.
Okay. You can have it. Yeah, do it.
What do you have left? Oh, okay. I'll do your do that one, and then I got that one.
Go.
What yours is in E? Oh, okay, fine.
Oh, do you want? Okay.
Oh no, because you just did Skyrim. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm getting backwards. I'm sorry.
Dyslexia
when I'm talking. DLC is a hot topic with used games.
It's something that people are trying to figure out how to get around.
So what GameStop is now doing in California,
they've been forced to.
They've been forced to because someone bought a game where the box promised them so much DLC for free, and they didn't get it because it was a used game.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently in the States, if you're an idiot, you get rewarded for it.
Oh shit.
Wait,
so they're always getting rewarded.
So yeah. It's like the guy who touched the chainsaw with his hand while the chain was moving, so now there's that dumb sticker at the bottom of chainsaws saying, don't touch while chain is moving. Either way, idiots get rewarded, and this guy did.
What are they supposed to do now?
They have to put stickers saying that the DLC content within the game you actually have to pay for outside of GameStop.
I like that.
And I enjoy the fact that there is a little bit of a warning on there.
Yeah, I like that too. I'd like to see if... Now,
but at the same time, you're buying a used game. You should know that you're not getting.
You run the potential of not having that code in there.
You're not going to get your bonus stuff in that game because you're buying it used. That's the point of buying it used. So.
I would like to see if the Batman Arkham City stuff actually went through. Because remember when they were supposed to, GameStop was supposed to give out codes.
Yep.
If that actually was a thing.
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything about it. I like this idea though.
It's a nice idea, and I mean more not because
I mean,
I'm not an idiot, so I know that when I go and buy a used game. But for parents out there who have kids who don't, like if the parent doesn't play games and they see this thing and it goes, buy this game and get all 6
Online
characters. Yeah.
Online passes are the worst ones.
Online passes, all that stuff. So all of a sudden, if there's a thing on there that says you will have to buy whatever the DLC is for this game, because it's not in this box, at least the unknowingly type of people are now warned.
Yes.
So it's a good idea. It's
counterintuitive, but intuitive.
To me, it's pointless. But then I can see where people would start complaining. So.
Speaking of DLC, Mass Effect, the first set of actual DLC has come out, the Resurgence Pack, and it is free for everyone, unless you're the first couple idiots who bought it on Xbox Live.
Woohoo!
Because it was being sold for $4, as opposed to free.
Woohoo!
Yay! For whoever bought it for $4 and then saw it was for free. BioWare has taken it down, and I imagine it's put back up by now.
I don't know.
But it is the Resurgence Pack. It is some multiplayer content, additional character boxes.
Yes, and it was supposed to be. It
is supposed to be free. So PC and PS3 still have it for free.
Yeah.
Or had it for free day one.
Yeah.
And now, hopefully, it's fixed on the Xbox because that's a weird error. And then EA tunes of them always wanting your money.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This probably was a thing at one point where we could charge it for $4.
If all people would buy. Well, obviously people did.
Apparently some people did, and then they have to take it down.
I'd be suing them now too. I'd sue everybody.
My DLC works for UMPC 3 now on my Vita.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that finally got fixed 3 months later. So, that's this for this. We're moving.
Movie and TV and
filming news.
Film news.
Film. Okay. Sin City sequel has been toyed around with forever.
Yep.
And it's the thing. I'm excited because it's been about 5 years now, 6 years. Came into
5 or 6.
5 or 6 years, and we're finally getting a Sin City sequel.
They are starting filming this summer.
So look out for that, late 2013, maybe early 14. For that, it is called A New Dawn or something, A New Dawn Line or something. It's modeled after another 3 books.
Yes.
How the first movie was.
Yep. I'm excited. I like the first one.
Oh, it was so great. Just the art style. So, I think someone was supposed to be in it that was a rumor. I can't remember off the top of my head now. Harrison Ford? No. Maybe.
That'd be crazy.
I think it might have been. One of those really old guys.
One of them old dudes who shouldn't be acting anymore.
But just are so badass. Harrison Ford, I want to say Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford would be awesome in that.
How is it that when I look up Sin City, it brings up Sex in the City too?
Because you like that.
I don't like that.
Your girlfriend likes it?
No.
Oh. Really?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've never had to watch it.
Wait, are they insinuating that Sin City is Sex in the City?
I think that is what this thing is trying to tell me.
Live, for real folks, Sin City is Sex in the City.
Okay, it's not popping up.
No.
A dame to kill for.
A dame to kill, not time to kill for, yeah. A dame.
A dame to kill.
And that's actually listed, and that's actually a series that you can go purchase.
And there are no
it's
actors yet.
No, of course
on
not.
IMDb. So.
Who was that one guy who was in the first one?
Bruce Willis.
No, not him. The other guy.
There's a lot of guys.
The guy from Shoot 'Em Up.
Clive Owen.
Yeah. Rumor is he's gonna be back in it. Which would be cool because I really liked his character.
His character was okay. I still don't like him.
iPhone's so cool. He shoots guys and asks questions later.
Either way.
Yeah, look for that this summer.
Well, it'll be filming this summer, so...
Look out for information this summer about more...
Oh yeah, you'll get the cast news like crazy in the next few weeks. So.
Comic-Con's coming up, so that's probably a thing.
So, they've released some photos now from the new Batman movie.
Oh yes, The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes,
right?
The Dark Knight Rises. So they've released new Bane pictures.
Is he look?
He looks exactly the same as he does in all the trailers.
Okay.
They got the trench coat thing going on.
Is he?
Mask.
I'm curious to know if he's ever gonna like Hulk out.
I'm not sure.
I like his costume.
Yeah.
Like the clothes that he wears, it looks really, really bulky.
Yeah.
So I imagine they're keeping that under wraps right now.
So I don't know. Either way, there is new pictures of
Anyways.
Anne Hathaway as Catwoman.
How are they? I've not seen them.
She gets ears. She finally has like the ears and the burglar mask.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, because that was my big thing when she's on like the little bat cycle thing, and it's like she's in leather, and you're like,
that's a little hot.
and you're like, well, okay, but that's not Catwoman.
Yeah.
She's finally got the ears, and she's finally got the thing, and honestly, I still don't like her as Catwoman, but
I think she's awesome.
I don't know. She just doesn't look Catwoman-y to me.
I think it'll boil down because we haven't even seen her act, right?
No, and I know.
So it all comes down to how she portrays Selena Kyle.
If the attitude comes out okay, then I might be okay with it. But right now, as
You're
it
very
stands,
picky though about that stuff.
I am. Well, because Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman.
Yeah, that's without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You say Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman.
I was just feeling so yummy.
Oh, that movie and that costume. Tim Burton's Catwoman costume.
Oh my
Wicked
god.
too.
So awesome.
Yeah.
I bet you that's worth a lot of money.
It's probably a fortune. Either way.
Yep.
There's some pictures out, so go and try and find them because the costume is looking good now.
That's good.
I'm okay with the costume. I'm still just not, and I'm not sure if it's her dark hair.
I think it's because we always grew up with Selena Kyle being like
Blonde.
blondie-ish,
Yeah.
or at least very light.
Or she's got the cowl that comes over and you don't see any hair.
Yes.
So that's the other thing
that's
is
a big
she's
change.
like it's got the Anne Hathaway like big long brown hair that's just like draping over her while she's running around as Catwoman, and I'm like, that doesn't seem like cat burglary to me.
I quite liked the costume in Arkham City actually.
Yep, that was a good costume.
That was a very nice costume.
But that's the costume pretty much from the comics, so that's
That's it.
yeah. I don't know. Either way, wait and see. Either way, you can find some new pictures. There's some new
There's
Batman stills too. So,
But it's Batman.
and again, he looks like Christian Bale dressed up as Batman. There's nothing.
It's Batman, guys.
Yeah, there's
guys, it's Batman.
nothing too crazy. So, and then
back to kind of weird movie news now. EA has finally put foot forward. They're putting the gas pedal on one of their game franchises into a movie. Need for Speed is getting its own movie now. You know, completely not related to Fast and the Furious.
No, not
which
at
is
all. A movie
car-
about fast cars.
racing cars, and you've got plot.
I hope Vin Diesel's not in it, because that would get really awkward.
Michael Moore. No, not Michael Moore. I can't remember the other.
I don't know the guy's name.
Billy, something or other.
I don't know. I've only seen that movie once.
I have never seen any of them.
The first one was.
I'm waiting for them to stop making those movies.
And then you'll watch them all.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I feel as if they're all the same.
You know, I watched one, and I think I saw two, and then they were talking about Tokyo Drift and how drifting was this new big thing in racing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's been going on in Need for Speed games and Mario Kart for like 8 years.
You could drift in Ridge Racer games on the PlayStation 1.
That's what, like, drifting has always been a thing.
It's always...
Apparently it became a bigger thing, and Tokyo just discovered it, and I'm like, isn't Tokyo supposed to be ahead of us on all this stuff? Like, aren't they like the hipsters of the world?
Yes, that's pretty
Like, Tokyo always has it first.
Maybe they finally learned that all those actors that they put in all the Need for Speed games
Could actually act.
They can actually put them into things.
Yeah, but the best part about the Need for Speed games is the actual driving part.
I thought it was really bad acting parts.
No.
That's what I liked.
I skipped those parts
Those
to get to
are-
the driving part.
It's a comedy for me.
Well, I know it is. It's a fun. Maybe they're gonna do that.
It's a comedy.
Maybe it's gonna be like starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Wait.
It'll be
Triplets?
a sequel to Triplets.
Quad.
Quadruplets with
Quads.
cars. Need for Speed quadruplets. What?
There's no way this film is gonna be any good.
No, it's gonna suck. Either way, you know what? You want a bonus on movies that something happened to me recently, and I forgot to tell you.
Oh.
My Netflix got an update on my Xbox.
Oh yeah.
My Kinect works again.
Oh nice.
I have voice command.
So you can yell at it to go play me Firefly all the time.
Well, I've been watching Buffy, so again I sit there and it's like, Xbox back, and so it goes back, and I'm like, Xbox play 2, and then so it can switch between Angel and Buffy without a controller again.
Oh, that's nice.
It makes me a happy happy camper.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good to know. It's good to have.
Yes.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. It's a shorter week.
It is. It was. I was kind of looking at news going.
We bulleted through this.
We did.
So, not intentionally though.
No. Well, there's stuff to talk about, just nothing to get like super ranty ravey over.
I think it's just calm before the storm.
Hopefully.
E3's coming up.
In this summer, so.
Yeah, that's coming up.
And again,
PAX East had nothing.
I know, right?
Last year they had Duke Nukem, which is a huge shock.
Yeah.
The year before that they had Borderlands, which is pretty much the whole like, where did this game come from? It's awesome. And yeah, nothing. Because all the stuff that would have been announced, like Rock Band Blitz, Borderlands 2 stuff, all that stuff was already shown and talked about before PAX East. Which makes me worried about PAX West. What they've got planned for that.
I think someone's late.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Yeah, there was nothing coming out of PAX. And
PAX has gotten really good usually.
And I was following stuff, and people were having fun there.
Oh yeah, totally. Like all the stuff that we knew about already, like Rock Band Blitz and stuff.
Just no big announcements, which is
shocking.
Kind of odd, yeah.
Because they've been, and it is, to be honest, it is PAX East.
Yep.
It's not the original one.
I know, but still, it's for the East Coast. It's meant for the people that can't go west.
That's just not stopping people from going to the east.
No, because there's a lot of people that go from the west to the east one, so I don't know.
And vice versa, because they're just Paxaholics.
Yes, they are. Site news?
Site. On Sunday. I don't remember what I did on Sunday. Did I put something on Sunday?
I would imagine you put something on Sunday.
I don't remember what I did on Sunday.
Sunday afternoon time waster, Scramble with Friends edition.
Oh yeah, the guy playing. I've played that game before. I got 1/16 of what that guy does with his fingers. What does he do with his extra on his free time with his fingers? Do you think? Let's say play guitar.
Masturbates.
I like my answer better.
The mandolin.
Okay.
The ukulele.
Flute?
No, that's not that. Any instrument like that's quick, but at least with the strings, you're kind of.
Piano.
Depends on the song you play, because the piano's pretty. I don't know. Either way.
Crazy year. Crazy. It's funny watching the score afterwards too. Monday.
Question of the week. What is your favorite Easter candy treat thing?
You responded with
Eggies.
Which is the same thing as chocolate eggs.
They are not. They are kind of like mini eggs, but they are made with Hershey's chocolate or Cadbury's chocolate. It's I think it's Hershey's chocolate inside them instead of just whatever. Yeah, because it's Cadbury mini eggs. So Cadbury chocolate versus Hershey's chocolate, and I prefer the Hershey's ones.
I love chocolate, but I don't really see the point in all this chocolate.
I don't get it either. Considering
I like novelty chocolate figurines things.
Oh yes,
those are always so fun.
You get a big Spider-Man and you get to chop his head off or something like that.
Hulk this. Screw you, Hulk. They're always hollow.
My second favorite is Peeps.
Peeps are always a classic though, right?
Because I love Peeps. What you do with Peeps is you cut open the plastic and you leave them somewhere so you forget about them, and then when you find them in 2 months, they're like primo.
What?
They're like a little bit crunchy on the outside and really chewy on the inside, because the marshmallow's gotten all weird.
See, well, we do weird things with Peeps, because I play Mortal Peep Wars. You put 2 Peeps in a microwave, right, like next to each other, and you go. And whichever one like overtakes the other one wins.
Also a good thing to do with Peeps. Either way, mini eggs ended up winning.
Yes, it did.
So
I think that's just in general.
Yeah.
Whoever eats those weird sugar eggs are just I hate those.
Which ones?
The ones where like it's got the pure liquid sugar in the center.
Oh, the cream eggs.
I hate those so.
I can have one, and then I have to wait about a month before I can have another one.
I will get
diabetes.
I must have tried eating those things like 3 or 4 times as a kid. And as a kid, you think like, oh man, I love sugar. I had like 2 bites of it and I'm like, I don't, where's the yellow part? I can't get to it.
That's why they make the smaller ones now.
Oh, they make smaller ones? Maybe.
Because it's delicious. Like, that cream stuff on the inside is delicious.
It is not delicious.
I love it.
It is like sugar.
It is.
And that's it.
But it tastes kind of like cream and sugar, and I love it. I absolutely love it, except if you eat a whole cream egg, you feel like you're going to die for the next week. And your eye starts doing this weird twitching thing.
No, everyone else starts twitching. You're fine.
You're fine. Everybody else is moving like a crazy person, right? So, I don't know. I didn't get any... I
didn't get anything, Brace.
I got socks for Easter.
I'm an Asian.
I got socks for Easter.
I played games.
And peeps. Jen got me peeps. Jen got me peeps and socks.
I played games. I didn't do any Easter things.
I ate a ton of other food, but...
Oh, I was LARPing.
We killed like 4 pigs. I ate like 4 pigs.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
It's all in ham form though, unfortunately. Like I like ham.
Yeah.
But I would have preferred like maybe some ham and then some bacon and some pork chop. Like, if we could have cut the pig up a little bit different, that would have been perfect. But
Thursday?
Little Tuesday. You skipped a bunch of days.
Time warp.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes, it is. I think
we've already talked about it.
Let's go back to if you would like to hear more about that, rewind.
Yes.
We don't have to do that.
It's a good game.
Go get it.
Go get it. If you like RPGs, I'd almost suggest trying this one, even if you're not a huge JRPG.
Well, it's just harder to find for some people.
So,
and some people refuse to buy from wherever it is, from the place it is, right? So.
Then order it from Nintendo through the States and get it sent here. I don't care.
eBay.
Get the game.
eBay.
Yeah. Thursday, because I was trying to get stuff done on Wednesday, and my computer, I was trying to move some stuff around, because my crack is getting bigger.
That's what she said.
Either way,
Sunday, or not Sunday, what's that? That's the one with the Batman, right?
Yes, there was the Batman with Waldo driving the plane, and then the one where it was like a really hard, stupid math question that involves math, and it's like why did the guy get fired or something for doing his job wrong? And it's like, because he slept with the guy's wife. And it's like,
logical
answer.
It's a possibility.
Yep.
It's possible.
And then today's movie review.
Big movie review. Cabin in the Woods. It's finally out today. Go see it.
Go see it for mind-blowing.
For our sake, just go see it. How do we talk about it?
It's okay.
Okay.
See, I don't know how to talk about it. We can go with our journal. Wrote a nice review that wasn't all that nice because they didn't find the movie to be scary. And
it's not,
as Tony wrote in his review,
it's really not a horror movie.
It's not really a horror movie.
There's maybe like 5 points in the movie where you get like scared.
It needs honestly its own
genre. It's
like pseudo horror.
It's now the best way, and this is how I explain it to people. It's the same feeling that you got when you watched The Matrix the first time.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like I never realized that people could do this with this genre of film.
Right.
And to see it do it like again, like I think the last time we got this feeling was with Inception. I think because it was the whole dream within a dream within a dream within a dream, and that was neat.
See, and I saw Inception way after it was actually
a thing.
Like everybody had hyped it up.
Yeah, me too.
And
I thought it was just a regular movie.
Me too.
Yes, the concept was neat.
The concept was neat, but my mind was not, like everybody else was like, my mind was so blown, and I'm like
it's no.
Really?
Like the only mind-blowing part at the end of Inception was that scene on the plane.
Right.
When everyone's kind of popping back up, or whatever.
Yeah.
Not the case with Captain in the Woods.
No.
It just gets right into it. It's not slow at all.
No.
This movie is not slow.
No.
Wastes very little time getting to said cabin.
Yeah, cabin. They stop at a gas station.
Yeah, which is still part of the scene, like the cabin part. I would even almost argue that's still part of the cabin.
Oh, totally.
As soon as they get into the RV.
So there's literally a part with a girl in her underwear. They stop for gas, and then they get to the cabin.
Yeah, pretty much.
With a few little extra tidbits in between of...
We can talk about that, the weird lab stuff.
There's some weird lab stuff going on right at the beginning.
Which, everything is deliberate.
Yeah.
Everything in this movie is deliberate. There's no one scene that's not out of place, even though it seems out of place. Yeah. Everything's there for a reason.
Yeah.
So don't be confused if you're watching this movie and going, why is the scene? Why did it cut to this scene here? but then it does get explained later on.
And I was confused at the beginning, but not in a bad way that made me angry at the film.
Oh no.
Because there's part like when I saw Napoleon Dynamite for the first time, I was angry. Because I'm like, what is? I do not understand what this is. This is just stupid. And then you see it a second time, and you shut your brain off, and you go, oh, I get it now. I get why everybody's enjoying this film. This movie, I did not get that, like, it's not like they were twisting and bending so much that I was getting mad. It was just, like, perfect pacing the whole way through. And
it was very, like, everything is very intentional about it. Like, even though the lab scene does not really mix with the cabin scene, it does at the same time. But just in a different way that you don't expect it.
Yeah, it all works out in the end.
And of course, we can't really say anything, like, past maybe even half the movie.
I was going to say, I don't know, half an hour in kind of thing, you don't really want to talk about too much more.
Yeah, because you start kind of figuring it out. Yeah. And then bam, it's completely different.
Well, yeah, because you think you've kind of got it under wraps.
Yeah.
And then
this is the key takeaway. If you've seen the trailers for this movie, when I went home last night, I
watched all of them.
I watched the trailers. The trailers have nothing to do with what the movie is. Yeah. Like this much of what the movie is.
Well, because they're trying to keep it all.
And they did. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
I think if you really want to try and extrapolate it, read the text on the trailers and the posters.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all like, you think you know the story.
Okay.
And you really don't. But then there's still like zombies coming at you.
Right. And I mean, Joss Whedon and Drew or whatever.
They're very good at their skill.
They know you've seen this movie before. They know you've seen the cabin in the woods with a bunch of,
your stereotypical
young adults getting
really drunk or high or something like that.
And getting attacked by whatever it is. So they know
Franz Kranz. Oh my god, he's amazing in this movie.
Amazing.
He makes this movie. He really does. If you don't recognize his name, he is Topher Grace from Dollhouse. Yeah. That's really his only other big role, I think.
That I know of.
Yeah. So if you've watched Dollhouse, season 1, 2.
Yep.
He's Topher Grace, and he plays the exact same character, practically, without the computer part.
And more drugs.
And more drugs is the best way to say it.
And there's the redhead that's supposed to be a pseudo Felicia Day.
Yeah.
Who I think does way better than Felicia Day.
Much better than you can tell that when they were writing it, they were
thinking of Felicia Day.
I think she does way better than her. Yes.
I think so too.
I totally agree.
But either way, and then you have your jock played by Chris Hemsworth, Thor.
Yeah, which was funny because this movie is done about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yep.
Before he was Thor.
Yep.
So.
And sorry, ladies, there's no you see him I think once without his shirt on. And they go swimming.
No. Yeah. Oh, I thought he had his jacket open a little bit. You can see his chest.
Not really though. It's more of a when they're. Because he's got something on it, like he's got a t-shirt on or something underneath, so...
I don't know, he was covered in...
He has a shirt on for most of the parts of the movie.
And when he's not in there for very long.
Spoilers.
Kind of. You know that, the cabin... If you've watched, I will quell this right now, it is Evil Dead, but it isn't Evil Dead.
To me, it's 8 bajillion times better than Evil Dead. So.
Well, Evil Dead is just I enjoyed it because it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
And it's very iconic. But it is the cabin from Evil Dead.
Yes, it is.
But it isn't. In story purposes, without saying anything about it. I think you pretty much agree with me. Yeah. Yeah. It can be. It is Evil Dead, but not Evil Dead.
Yep.
It is horror, but not horror.
Yep. No, and Fran Kranz, or whatever his name is, has done some stuff, but not a ton.
Yeah, I think Dollhouse in this movie will be his 2 big things.
And he's in Much Ado About Nothing also.
And that too, which is coming out this year. Yep. So,
good movie. Go see it.
Oh my God, I'm almost tempted to go see it again second time, but it won't be as impactful.
Right.
It's like watching Memento again.
Or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
It's a great film, but you get one shot at it. So.
Yeah. I highly recommend not watching the trailers.
Yeah, if you like Joss Whedon, if you like horror movies, if you like any of the actors in it, just go, because
I will be honest though, I don't think I'll be able to watch horror movies the same way again.
No, because I'll always be thinking of this film. So.
Yeah, the way that this film portrays horror as a genre, and like we said, it's a different type of horror.
Yep,
is what this is.
I loved it. So.
It was fantastic. It was nothing like we expected.
Cabin in the Woods 2.
No.
Not gonna happen.
No. Unlikely.
Considering it took 3 years for this movie to come out. Either way, folks.
That's it for this week.
Yes.
Ow.
Ow.
That doesn't sound very healthy.
I've cracked.
That's it?
That's it, I got nothing.
I'm tapped out.
Okay.
Okay.
Ciao, everybody.
Late.
Have a good one.
Evening.
Day.
Bye.
Afternoon.
That was kind of close. Just throwing everything.
Not the camera. We need that to be famous.
Famous?
Yeah.
Like porn stars?
Yes. Porn star famous.